And we're back. It's like I never left. Anyways, so I've been meaning to do something a little different. Or I've been meaning to play Space Marine 2 at some point because I've been playing it a lot off stream lately. I had played through Space Marine 2, enjoyed it a lot, and then there wasn't a whole lot of content after that point. So I kind of like put it on pause. Not like I didn't drop it, you know, but I did put it on pause for a while because I wanted more content to release before I got back into it. Well, lo and behold, the content is here. And now it's time to play the game again. Anyways. So today, nothing too crazy. I think I'm just gonna play this until I'm tired. So, let's see what, oh, I looked at this last night, but dude, that is just, man, it resets in 7 hours. It's a long time. But yeah, all of these are just way too difficult, so I'm working on building up my bulwark. I think I can go as high as Ruthless. And I guess I don't know which one I'd be good at. What would be good for my bulwark? I guess Disruption? Anyways. So lately I've been not really sure what it is that I want to do on a Saturday, because I don't know, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is in kind of a weird spot for me, where well, it's like I've said a few times over the past several months, but I try to do a mix of what I'm interested in and what you guys are interested in. And I'm just gonna skip that. And I guess my thought about KCD2 is that I'm interested, but I don't think there's a lot of interest in it. Which is fine, you know. That's totally fine. But usually, if I don't really feel like anybody's like much interested in it, I'll just like move it off stream, and then I'll just play it off stream. And in the case of KCD2, I'm like, it's kind of like on the brink of just becoming an offline game. Because while stuff does happen, I do feel like it's not as entertaining to watch, personally. I mean, I have fun, you know, but being the player of a game and being the watcher are like kind of two different things. Which is kind of for the same reason why I don't really stream Total War Warhammer despite playing it a lot off stream. It's because I feel like that game is just not good of a watching experience unless you know what's happening if you played the game before, you'll understand, but if you haven't played the game before, to me it's just unwatchable nonsense. So in that way, it's not really a stream game, and I think I'm starting to kind of feel that way about KCD2 kind of slowly. In that I feel like it's a little hard to watch because it's kind of hard to know what's happening. And it's also pretty laid back. Nothing too crazy or like particularly visually interesting is happening at any given moment. And I guess in that way I'm like, I can just do this off, you know. Whereas a game like Space Marine 2 is like, well, you don't really need to know the story of Space Marine 2 to have a good time, you know? So I guess that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. But I've been playing this a lot off stream. This is what I'd be doing if not streaming anyway, so I kind of figured, you know what, Space Marine 2, it's always a fun time on stream. I'll just switch to Space Marine 2 for the rest of the day, and then we'll just see where we go from there, so. All you need to know is that everything that's not in red armor is the enemy. With a few exceptions, I suppose, but for the most part, if it's not in red armor, it's not one of us. It could also be like a timing thing too. I think that being that a lot of my streams are generally pretty late at night, Saturday morning doesn't really make a lot of sense. It makes sense for those that are in like a different time zone, but even then, the difference in time is pretty large nowadays.
We must move as one. Obstacle removed.
Anywho, what else is happening? But I'm thinking of changing around my schedule a little bit. So that maybe Oxygen not included would make a little more sense on a Saturday as opposed to a Monday and a Wednesday. And then Division 2 on Friday is still pretty fun, so I think we'll kind of keep that as is for a while. But man, I've just been so... I don't know, man. I was like... I still feel so, like, burnt out lately, you know? At least to, like, some extent, I feel so burnt out. Because, well, a few weeks ago, I was working on all this stuff at work. I had to set up a bunch of stuff, and I got really burnt out after that. And this whole time, I've been really looking forward to this past weekend to be the time that I could kind of recharge and refresh a little bit. And it was refreshing, but I didn't really have a whole lot of time to myself. So I'm still very lightly burnt out.
I see it as my duty to ensure it is properly cleaned before it returns to the armory.
I can speak a binaric benediction if it please you.
Conferring with machine spirits is your realm to rule, not mine.
I think I might take a few days off again. Or, well, I might request a vacation or to make like a 3-day weekend later. The problem with holidays, the good and the bad, right? The good about holidays is that I get to spend a lot of time with family. The hard part about holidays is that I spend a lot of time with family. So, pretty much anytime there's a holiday, there's like a big family get-together for the event. With a few exceptions. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of a good exception. If it's like, I think President's Day is a holiday. Like, we don't really celebrate President's Day, so like that would be an exception. But if it's like 4th of July or something, Christmas Eve or whatnot, like, yeah, it's a holiday, you know. Oh, cool animation. But with that being said, many holidays are actually not. They're days off from work for me, but they're not really like relaxation days. Relaxation days for me is just like, you know, I have no obligations to be anywhere. all this to say that holidays aren't really holidays for me. Some days off are, but for the most part, I'm just in a constant state of burnt. Damn, this weapon sucks for this purpose. In somewhat related news, not relating to the burnout, but Dawn of War, or sorry, not Dawn of War, Total War Warhammer. They finally released more gameplay. Or sorry, Total War Warhammer 40k. I should be a little more specific. But, they released a little more gameplay, and it looks good, man. Honestly, of all the games that are coming up, the one I'm the most excited for is Total War Warhammer. Above even games like Persona 4 Revival. Like, Persona 4 Golden is my favorite game of all time, right? But even so, I've already played it. Or I've already played Golden. Revival, yeah, it's going to be a remake of my favorite game, but ultimately I have played it, so it's not really going to be anything like new and riveting, you know? Exciting, but not really like new to me. Whereas on the other hand, Total War Warhammer, dude, like I love playing Total War Warhammer Fantasy. So the idea that 40k is going to have Total War stuff, that honestly might be worth taking vacation time just to play it. That's how badly I want to play it. But they released the gameplay trailer. For some reason, it's like the gameplay trailer is in Chinese, which is interesting because I didn't really think that the game would be marketed in China. It's interesting. But they put out a gameplay trailer. Or it's kind of like similar to the footage they already released, but it has a little bit more like depth and explanation to it now. So man, it looks so damn good, dude. Space Marines, Orcs, Imperial Guard, and then I think the Tau? Is it the Tau? Either the Tau or the Eldar are going to be the fourth faction. And honestly, I don't really care for Tau or Eldar. It's not whatever to me, but I would imagine that it's not going to be the only thing. My only concern with it, though, Total War 40k is the pandering to consoles. I'm kind of at a point where, like, you know, like we were saying last night, I do respect the place that consoles have in the gamer economy, I guess. I'm totally fine with consoles. I'm not like a PC snob or like a console hater. But what I will say is that I do not think that Total War 40k should pander to consoles. I think, based on what I've seen, I do not think consoles can handle that game, and I don't want the game to be limited in its in what it shows or the amount of units in the battlefield, specifically because it needs to run on a console. Because I feel like the UI is very much meant for playing with keyboard and mouse, so the idea of playing it on a controller is like, I don't know how you, I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but I don't know how you do it comfortably, you know? Also, I don't know what my mods are doing,
Terminate flight vector. The hill drink is leaving.
but you know what I mean.
Brothers, today our duty demands we destroy a warp rift.
You understand.
Honored brother, are you in our vicinity?
I am here. Some chasm stands between us.
think once Total War 40k comes out, I'm gonna have to become a Total War streamer. It's gonna be like taking over the whole schedule. We got a lot of games to play before that, though. Go, go, go. Brother Voltus, let me interact. There we go.
Agreed, brother. Advance in the Redemptor's wake until we can join our forces.
I meant to check this, but damn it, yeah. Okay. There's like, you see those little like lines like near the chest piece? I paint Warhammer figurines or minifigs, and I didn't make those lines. I did not make those lines black. They're all blue. So, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna have to fix it, damn it! Also, where the hell does the ammo get stored on a Space Marine? They have like tiny pockets, tiny satchels. What the hell's the ammo? Or maybe they're just not that reliant on ammo. Maybe that's all it is.
The honored dreadnought is an unstoppable force.
Oh, damn. There. Nice.
Glory, what do you know of Xenos technology? Abominable, blasphemous mockeries of the Omnissiah's greatness. However, some believe the study of such things could aid us in divining our enemy's weakness.
They walk a fine line.
I love how they can just fall from any height, and it's okay.
Muster at my location.
So much power.
Going forward.
Falling from great distances means nothing.
Blockage negated.
These traumatic wretches cannot withstand my fight. The gap is closed.
Not long and we shall be able to join forces.
Man, I love dreadnoughts. They're so cool. That's what I wanted to paint, weirdly enough. I ended up settling for like a Rhino tank, but which was I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. So so I paint these with my uncle, right? The minis. But I was like, oh well, my uncle has like a little bit of a hard time with like the finer detail stuff. His eyes just aren't like really good about seeing small detail. So I thought to myself, oh well, I could get something big for him to paint. I got a Rhino tank. That thing has become like, it has taken so many weeks at this point to try to get that thing to work, to paint it. Hold on. Why is my frame rate dropping? I'm gonna close. Is it Discord? Okay, I'm gonna close Discord for a moment. I don't know. Something's tanking my frame rate, but I don't really know what it is. Why are we tanking? Okay, well, should be fine. Well, I guess I haven't streamed this game for a while, so maybe it's just like my how it normally would be. Anyways. But yeah, that Rhino tank was a bit of a mistake. Like, I still think it's cool, but the amount of parts, man, it's just crazy. Like, at least the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought, I imagine it's for... I imagine that it's all just one big thing. You know? Whereas the Rhino has, like, an interior and exterior and, like, little parts underneath. Like, underneath the treads, there's, like, little wheels. Then you have to do the actual treads. And then, not only that, but the treads aren't even part of the model. Or, sorry, they're not, like... They're not attached to the wheels automatically. You have to glue them on. They don't snap in, so... Which is cool if you're, like, trying to make, you know, like, a custom design. Maybe you're making a diorama in such a way... Maybe you're making a diorama in such a way that you want the treads to be broken, and I guess in that way it's kind of cool, you know, to give you the option, but for the most part, for all practical purposes, it makes the most sense to just have it attached to the model, but it's not. You have to glue it. So, anyways, all this gluing aside, there's a lot of models I want to paint. Supposedly, I think the next big thing I gotta work on. Well, okay, so I'm gonna have to do some online shopping for Bloodraven stuff because, well, I'm playing as a Bloodraven now, right? You can kind of see on the left pauldron, there's that eagle symbol. So that sticker is not really standard or easy to find. You have to either pull it off another kit, or you have to get like a custom order of sticker transfers for the pauldron. Because, as far as I'm aware, now feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, Games Workshop does not sell Blood Ravens. If you want a Blood Raven, you have to, like, make it custom, right? So when you make a custom Blood Raven, like, everything is, it's very doable, very doable. But the downside is that if you're looking for that shoulder pauldron, you're just not gonna find it. It's just not a thing that exists. So, it's not a thing that exists in an official capacity. It exists, like, you could find a place that sells the stickers, but getting it from Games Workshop themselves is just not going to happen. So, I'm going to have to get that all sorted. Damn. Tossed around. Oh. Okay, that was dirty. Oh, welcome back to Mandy. How was your lunch? It was good. A pretty good lunch, dare I say. Just some noodles, so. Noodles from a restaurant. But it was good. Good lunch. What about you, Mandy? You said you got dinner? What, what'd you get for dinner? Welcome back. Damn, somebody get that sniper. No! Get that sniper, no! We might lose. Damn. What the hell? I'm playing with bots, but what the hell's the team? Don't tell me those snipers are gonna kill my bot over there. Damn. There we go. Playing with the Thunder Hammers is rough. It's pretty cool, you know? It's cool, it's just not super practical. Ouch, 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 ouch. There we go. Got him. Get wrecked.
The foe has been neutralized. Where's my godless flag?
Mandy says, yeah, I ended up just running to the store for ingredients. Nice. What are you making for dinner? What are you making?
I smite you back to the abyss. A fate becoming of such an abomination.
Ultramarines, praise the Emperor.
Mandy says, pasta with this tofu sauce stuff. It's an invented recipe, so I don't know what to call it.
Archdeacons are near.
We can call it
Hidden inside the
pasta
cathedral.
with tofu sauce stuff.
Sanctum.
The perfect
By garrison
name
of Acadians.
for a perfect meal.
Dark rituals. Acadian troops
That's cool, though.
behind heavy explosives. Alas, they never got to use them against the archenemy.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's been a long time since I cooked myself a meal. The one time I did, I made a mess of the kitchen.
Gather the explosive charges and place them.
I made a mess of the kitchen. So, I don't think I'm allowed to cook steak again.
Find the blast charges and place them to bring the whole structure down in the war rift.
But Lamau must be nice. I'm tired of cooking, not gonna lie. Cooking, yeah, cooking can be kind of annoying. I get you. Kind of depends on what you make, but that's why I would eat oven pizza all the time and my mozzarella sticks. It's so easy to make both of those things. You just heat up the oven, put it in, and all you gotta wash is like a tray, if anything. So, I mean, it wasn't really good for my innards, but it's fine. Welcome into Brave. How are you, Brave? It's good to see you. Mr. Brave. How is life treating you? Welcome to Space Marine 2. I was like kind of half vibing with KCD2 today, but I was like, I'll do something else. Do something else for today. Today, we'll do something special in Space Marine 2. So.
Trigger the charges and advance to the egress point before the cathedral falls.
Today, damn it. No! He summons more. The only downside of this class is that you're very short range. The long range stuff is pretty garbage. You're not even allowed to have a primary, so all I have is this trash submachine gun.
Contain the foe within the cathedral until detonation.
Oh my. There's so many over there. Okay, we're good. But Mandy says weekends should never be wasted on half vibing, full vibe only. Alright. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure what to do. Like I was saying this earlier, but KCD2, it's kind of in a weird spot where it's like I like it, but it's on the brink of becoming like an off-stream. Excuse me, it's on the brink of becoming an off-stream game. Because I don't know. Admittedly, I don't think it vibes super well for stream purposes. So I think I might just play it off-stream instead. I haven't committed to that yet, but I'm thinking about it. We can do other stuff on a Saturday, you know. It's not like KCD is the only thing that can be done on a Saturday. But GG's, thank you, Mandy. Brave says Warhammer does have all kinds of games. So true, dude. But there is a difference between Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy. I mean, both of them have a large selection of games, but what should we do? So we'll go here. But it depends. But this one is, to me, this is the most fun to... It's fun for me to play, and I think it's a fun watch. And you don't need to understand the Warhammer story to have like a fun time watching it. I like watching Warhammer clips all the time. Warhammer 40k clips, so I think it's interesting, like visually. Whereas KCD2 is like, you kind of have to understand the story to an extent. And usually there's not really a whole lot of interesting stuff going on. It's just me sneaking into some area, having a fight with some guards, or talking to somebody, so that's not that interesting. But Mandy says, what has been your favorite stream game of all the games you've played? Honestly, we played so many games. I'm sure there's like some that I don't even remember. So, I mean, I guess if I don't remember, it wasn't important. But, I don't know. I mean, my initial thought is Breath of the Wild. But
Communications will be inhibited from here on.
I'll put Breath of the Wild as my main answer until I can think of something better. But right now it's Breath of the Wild. Which isn't to say that I haven't had fun with other things, though, you know. But I think Breath of the Wild was a special game and a special time. Tears of the Kingdom probably being second to that. Tears is pretty fun too. But Brave says this feels like Dynasty Warrior at a glance. It's a little... I mean, I don't think I've played Dynasty Warrior, but it's a little bit different. Or at least I haven't played a game quite like this. It's like... It has a good mix of melee and guns, you know? Damn it, I got poisoned. But Maddie says, oh man, missed that one. Breath of the Wild would have been cool to see. I think I might have the VODs for it somewhere. Oh wait, no, I think Tears is when I started the VODs. I don't... Did I? I'm not sure. Maybe I haven't. It's been so long, I don't know. I think the ones I uploaded are the Tears ones. Oh wait, no, yeah, I don't think I have those. Never mind. I might be confusing it with Tears. But Maddie says, I think Breath of the Wild might be the best game of all games. I mean, it is really good. I do wish that there was more to play of it, but at the time I had ended it. It was because I was just playing it for so long that I was like, I don't know. I kind of wanted us to like move on to other things at the time, but I do miss it though. But going back to play it, it's not the same as the first time, you know. The first time is special. Like earlier this year I did play a little bit of like the Mastercraft, not Mastercraft. The what's it called? Master Sword? It was like the hard mode DLC for Breath of the Wild. I did do that briefly, but I don't know. It's not really the same when you like know where everything is and what to do. You know what I mean? You get it. But Mandy says Tears of the Kingdom gave us more, and I think they went too far. LOL. The replay value of Tears of the Kingdom is challenging because there's just so much content. I think. I don't know. To me, Tears, it did some things good and some things bad. Or bad is kind of strong. It did some things that I wasn't that big a fan of. Namely, the abilities I didn't really care for. And the weapon fusing, I think, I wasn't that big a fan of it. It's a cool gimmick, but it's the game is very much balanced with the idea that you're always going to be fusing weapons. And the problem with fusing weapons is that it kind of becomes a chore after a while because everything breaks so easily that everything breaks easily, and the enemies are scaled under the assumption that you are using used weapons, and in that way it kind of becomes a chore to like keep combining stuff to be able to fight enemies. That was my controller died. Switch to my PlayStation. There we go. But yeah, it I don't know, didn't really care for it. The fusing. Mandy says, yeah, well, I replayed Breath of the Wild 3 times, lol, but that's probably because it was one of the few games I could actually beat, and I agree, fusing is a pain. Like, it's not... The fusing's a pain.
I say we take down that barrier.
Fusing...
Feed the heretics to those Xenos.
Fusing, like, buildings together was really cool. That was cool. And that ability you could use to kind of like look at a ceiling and then move up, that was cool. But it wasn't very memorable in the sense that I always forgot that I could do that. And in that way, I'm like, To me, the coolest thing about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, though, is the place in the story. I think that's the most interesting thing. Is knowing that everything kind of can be canon as a result of it taking place so far in the future, you know? And welcome into the Starfleet. Oh, the Emperor, brother. Oh, the Emperor, brother. Welcome in. How are you? Starfleet's over on YouTube side, by the way. Mandy says, I like what you've done with your avatar, Brave. The flower. Yeah, the stream avatar. Oh. Let me take care of this real quick. Oh, I should have titled it, but this is open invite. If anybody wants in, you just let me know. I'm currently playing with bots, but if you want in, let me know. I'm just grinding my Bulwark class right now. So. And I'm not like... I think I can play as far as the second to the hardest difficulty. I can play everything but the hardest difficulty reliably. So, my weapons are pretty well leveled. The class, like Bulwark, I don't really play Bulwark that much, so my class is not leveled very well, but the weapons are just fine. I have the weapons leveled pretty well. Playing on Absolute is just not gonna happen though. Welcome into Appy. How are you, good sir? Got him. Mandy says my guy can't wear clothes because if I want all the animals possible, I can't wear clothes. What? Oh, for the stream avatar? Nice. You can see. For the Emprah. Dude, I was saying earlier in stream, but I am so excited for Total War Warhammer. Or, sorry, Total War Warhammer 40k. I'm so damn excited. Oh! I'm so excited. They released new gameplay. So, looking better and better every time I see gameplay. But yeah, that game's gonna ruin my life, man. I'm gonna game addiction so hard that I'm gonna be gone from work for like a week. Do you love Power Wash Sim? The :3 makes me feel like it's sarcastic, but I'll believe you. Brave says thank you, like how my avatar turned out too. Nice! It is a very cute avatar, I must say. Oh, a nice jump. Nice, nice. What have we played? Weirdly enough,
There is no going back.
Dead Space is kind of special to me. that one, I think that one was before Abby. There was something special about it, though. I didn't record any of the VODs, I don't think. Actually, no, maybe I did. I gotta check my old computer. I might actually have a VOD. But there was something kind of special about that time. I was talking to myself the whole time. But there was something kind of... There's something kind of special about, like, just starting to play. Just starting to play, or, sorry, to stream for the first time. There's something special about the beginning of streaming, you know? Oh, I missed. Dude, I hate these guys. Oh, there we go. I don't remember what these guys are called, though. Will it say on the kill feed? Yeah. Scarab Occult Terminator. They're not so bad when you have, like, a ranged primary, but I don't have a primary for this class. And welcome into Stefan. How are you, Stefan? Catching the star on the first try is such a high. Dopamine hit maxing. Not the hit maxing. How are you, Stefan? But, doing well, how are you? I'm doing okay. Excuse me. I had kind of a rough start to the morning, but for the most part, pretty well. Generally speaking, doing pretty well. I say as I cough up a lung for 2 straight months. Why do I keep missing an Abby keeps getting crit? Oh, Abby won. Nice. Let me think of our history. So, right now we're kind of discussing my favorite game on stream. And my default answer is Breath of the Wild, but I'm trying to think about the other things we played. It all started with I was initially playing Dragon's Dogma for like a stream or two. The end of it. That one I didn't really care for, but that stream was so experimental anyways that it didn't really matter. And then Dead Space became kind of my thing for a while. That was fun. Final Fantasy 16 was kind of a fun time, but that game has been since dropped. It was dropped a long time ago, but it had such a major pacing issue towards like the latter half that I was like, I'm done, and then I stopped playing. And I've ranted about that before, but there was one quest in particular that I was like, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. It was a... Actually, I haven't ranted about it for a while. There was one mission. The reason I stopped playing Final Fantasy 16 was because there was one part of the game where in the main plot, they were like, yeah, the ship's engine. Thank you, Rad. There was one part in the main plot where they were like, oh, we need to establish a ship's engine. We're gonna have... Here's how the ship's engine works. Check out this blueprint. So the engine has 3 parts. There's this part, which requires us to get this part, which requires us to get this part, which requires us to head over here. And then once all these parts are assembled, we can finally get the engine going, and then we can blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, sure. And then it went on these 3 really long-winded, pointless side quests for me to go get ship parts for the engine. And in my mind, I was like, dude, you could have just told me that... Well, first off, you could have just made a lore reason why the engine wasn't broken in the first place. But even so, even if the engine had to be broken for whatever reason, you could have just told me, like, oh, you fixed it off screen. And then it's like, you know, you could have just told me it was fixed instead of having me run around for like 10 hours for this mission no one cares about. And then at that point, I was like, I'm done. Then I just stopped playing. Anyways. Gotta find the star game. Oh, I forgot how to do that. I haven't done that for like a year. I know what you're talking about, though. I was gonna print Taku's command list. This thing is literally 10 pages. The trick is to use work supplies to make your prints. Wait, you have a printer at home? You have a printer? Why do you have a printer? You have a printer in your room? Oh. For what purpose? You print things? What are you printing? You print every day? What do you print? I feel like seeing a printer in someone's home is like a rarity these days.
We please the Emprah, eliminating this force.
I mean, okay, to be fair, there's a printer in this home too, but it's like mostly unused. If I really needed to print something bad, I'd probably head to, like, I don't know, a store that would print it for me off a USB stick or something. Well, I guess it depends on what it is, though. If it was like a sensitive document or something, I don't know when that would happen, but if it was, I guess that would be a good reason to have a printer. But printers are generally really expensive.
Arrogance and ambition. There. That altar is protecting this.
You won't escape the changer of ways.
Damn good distraction.
Oh, get that guy. Got him. But I print art stuff, I print work stuff, I used to print school stuff. I scan stuff in, I used the F out of this thing. Mandy the artist? Yes. Mandy says she wouldn't go that far. That's a lie. Mandy the artist. Damn it. No! They've summoned reinforcements, damn it. My banner thing's not fully charged. I'm really getting the flow of this game, though. Now that I've been watching YouTube so much, while mindlessly playing it.
Its protection wanes. Raise that heretic.
The only thing I can do is absolute.
It was only
Oh, and some bosses, I guess. I don't fight bosses that often
distraction already. Let us
in, like, Melee, so I don't really know how to deal with bosses. But everything else is fine. At least fine enough that I can survive.
traitorous scout. I am not the target practice. Ready to deploy. Our glorious battle.
Damn.
Insurging ground.
Got him.
We honored our Primarch today, bro.
But how's your art project going? Are you out of flow state? Mandy flow state.
Waste nothing, brothers.
Play a 30-minute basketball game. Still reading the manual? Yeah, there's a lot of different commands. I haven't looked at the command list for like over a year by now. But
Keep going forward.
there is like, oh, I guess that's another game we played. Dead Island? Dead Island 2 was special too. That one was a fun stream time. But
Let us hope
I
the
think
heretics
back then we
and
were
the
like
Xenos
fighting
decimated
bosses.
completely.
We were fighting bosses during the stream. So, it's pretty cool. How does it work? Dude, I have no clue. I have no clue how it works. Oh. No, maybe it did work.
Perversion of life.
that auto balance occurred somehow. I do remember something about like an RPG function. Or a boss fight or whatever. You could pick like a roll on the way to fight the boss or something like that. This is hard. How do I end this? Oh! Nice shot, Braid.
We should press forward. This firefight is not mission critical.
Go, go! Dude, this game is just such a marvel to look at, man. It just makes me feel something. Actually, going back to the question of what's my most favorite stream game, what's my least favorite? My initial reaction is Dragon's Dogma, but I didn't really play it that long, so I don't know if that's valid.
Ammunition here.
What's something I played for a long time that I didn't really care for? I don't know. Everything I played, I cared about to some extent. So, I think maybe, probably Dragon's Dogma. I didn't really care for Dragon's Dogma. We'll just go with that answer. Dude, I don't know what's happening. Dude, I hate these things. Oh! Pressed the wrong button, damn it. Yeah, get him, yeah! Rip his helmet off.
Burn their heretical beliefs.
Ah, shoot. I should have done that. Oh, never mind, it's all good. I was gonna say I should have focused on that reinforcement guy, but it's fine. Damn. Get him.
The Zangor's opposition has ended in death.
It's a 30-minute game? No way. And Starfleet says, are you a Blood Raven? Yes. I think... I don't quite, like... I don't know all the Space Marine chapters, so I'm a little... It's kind of hard for me to, like, find which chapter I like the most. But I play Dawn of War. Usually... Well, I was gonna say usually off stream, but... We're playing Dawn of War on Sundays. And I'm enjoying Dawn of War a lot. So... I don't know, like, Ultramarines... Space Marine 1 and 2 are the reason that I got into 40k in the first place. And then I played Dawn of War. So we're doing the campaign on Sundays. And... I don't know. I'm not sure. Between those two, I'm not sure which one's my favorite. But I'm inclined to say...
There is no going back,
Ultramarines and Blood... Blood Ravens are my favorite. I'm not a big fan of Blood Angels are interesting, but I don't really care for the shoulder pauldrons. I know that's a bit of a nitpick, but the shoulder pauldrons being red and everything being red, I'm kind of like a little too much red. Whereas the Blood Ravens with the white shoulder pauldrons, it just makes a nice color contrast, a nice aesthetic, you know. And then on top of that, I think the Blood Ravens having a mysterious founding, I also find interesting personally. So, but anyways, to answer your question, yes, I'm a Blood Raven.
There is a countdown. Waiting for something.
At the
Find
nail.
another control box.
Spamming Taco Chat with a random number. No, feel free. It's all good. If you're playing like games and such, feel free. For the sake of the game, you do what you gotta do. Damn, dude. Getting wrecked in here. I need a grenade. I'm more of a power sword guy myself, so this Thunder Hammer, it's really cool, but I do feel like I'm not attacking as quickly as I probably should be able to. I'm just trying to level my Thunder Hammer. But if I'm taking it serious, if I'm being serious, I gotta switch to power sword. Damn. Oh, it's a massive enemy wave right now. Not just a normal enemy wave. This does explain why there's just like a million things exploding. Alright, I'm locked in. I'm locked in! I think we're almost done with the wave. Ah!
Arrogance and ambition. Glory to the Imperium.
I'm gonna run around and see if I can find some kind of health recovery. So I hope. Ooh! Is that a Guardian relic? It is, baby! It is. Let's go. Damn. Not the sorcerer. Dang. Ouch. It's so rough not to have a primary. It's so rough. Okay. There we go. I will say, though, that when I do have a primary, I'm really reliant on it in a way that I shouldn't be.
We have done well putting down this twisted horror.
There we go, see? Easy work. I was hoping to find one of those red... whatchamacallits? Red stim? Dude, I love the red stim.
Controls restored.
As far as I understand, that's kind of a recent development. So, pretty cool.
Follow me through.
Good to boot. So one of my coworkers is getting really into salamanders as his favorite chapter. So I gotta look into salamanders. I don't really know anything about salamanders. I've seen those little like YouTube shorts about like Sakan or something. Aside from Sakan, I don't really know much about the salamanders. Nope. Trapped. Trapped in basketball forever. Mandy knows ball. all his life. Dang. I wonder if the chapter banner changes depending on... I guess it's always... Sorry. It's always Ultramarine. Dang. It'd be so cool if they changed it. If they changed it to Blood Ravens instead of playing Blood Ravens. That's too bad. That would have been so damn cool. But I guess most people wouldn't really notice that. Canonically, I'm pretty sure we're canonically Ultramarines, though. Despite our ability to change chapter color.
A dark path is ending today. The warp's tendrils creep through here. Rip the rot up by the roots.
The warp's tendrils creep through. Let's go, Mortal Wound Heal. Too easy, dude.
Cannot be. This can only be a demon house. The demon is tended to more altars.
It's so funny that the demon host here is just like... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say... You know, I thought it was always like an eagle or dragon thing. I didn't realize there was a man. I was gonna say, in Darktide, the demon hosts are not that big. Technically, they are the same size. It's just in Darktide, you can't see the demon coming out of the demon host. Damn.
Become a beast, die like a beast. The traitor
I have exited flow state. I'm not doing so good anymore. There's so much happening on my screen. Burning my corneas. Mandy says, "K, I give up on basketball. Can only take so many L's." Mandy be like, my L quota has been met. I can't take any more. And is any commands the game is over? Feel like you're winning, Brave, but there's no counter. Is there no counter? I haven't been able to look at it too well. I'm like glancing over at it. I think we can go up a difficulty. It's kind of easy right now. Ouch. Kind of easy right now, I say, as I get shot. Ah,
March's eye will hold this one. Seek cover.
Oof. See, the hardest part about this part is just that you have to stand out in the middle of nowhere. It requires you to stand in a spot where you're just constantly going to be shot at. Damn. Actually, hold on. Forgot I had that. Dude, I can't tell what's happening. Shoot something!
We have put down the foul dog. Get down.
Well, bit of a waste.
The traitor shot.
Bit of a waste of a heal, but we're still good.
Fire incoming!
Oh,
Kill you soon enough,
Are we certain breaking its chains is a good thing? Seek cover! I have to fall back.
man.
Can we not choke it?
I gotta take an Excedrin. I can feel a headache forming. I think I slept too long.
What's the demon sorcery?
Damn.
Have to come back to that one. Cannot finish him just yet. Heretics hurled fire at us.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm just gonna take care of this guy out of spite, because I do not like this guy. The Scarab.
Our banner awaits unburning.
There we go. Could have ended the mission, but I want to take that guy out.
Return to your Hellstone, suffer. You mephitic vapor.
But does Excedrin have caffeine in it? I think it has a little bit. It has a little bit.
Try it, demon. You'll be thwarted at every turn.
I don't know. I do not know how this game works. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I do not know what to tell you. Basketball cancel? Exclamation cancel basketball? I don't know. I could use a drink though. I'll actually be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink. And an Excedrin, I think. BRB. All right. I'm back. I have returned. I really wish there was better stratagems for this week. Or for today, sorry. No Medicaid stims are available. Range kills restore armor based on enemy threat level. Isn't that crazy? Like, restoring armor is fine. You know, that's fine. No Medicaid stims is crazy. I guess it's on normal, though. I don't know. And then not performing a finisher for 20 seconds will start draining your health down to 30%, but finishers restore health. Actually, that's not too bad. I don't know if I'll survive it, though, the whole thing. Vortex, the main problem with Vortex is that it ends with a boss battle that I'm really, really bad at. I'm really, really bad at the boss battle. And then the boss battle is going to involve not really being able to do finishers all the time. You mainly have to fight the boss, so I'm going to go drop down to 30% health, and then I'm going to have an even harder time, so. Let's switch to lethal. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. Kashi's still in the lead. Kashi keeps making her way to first place. Over and over somehow. Ah, shoot. I don't know if my... I don't think my ranged weapon is high enough to be dealing with this nonsense. All my other weapons, though, are already fully leveled. Ah, whatever. We'll go with that. My Thunder Hammer is maxed. Almost. Max rarity, anyways. Contested health fades 50% more slowly for all squad. It's pretty good, actually. Ah, whatever, that's fine. It's fine. Alright. We might die, but I'm gonna try it. I'm in the middle of the screen hanging out, obstructing gameplay. No, it's all good. Honestly, it's kind of funny, so if you want to just stay there, feel free. I think you fall eventually, so it's not a big deal. Ugh. I took my Excedrin. I'm drinking a Dirty Mountain Dew. It is cream soda dew. Also 0 sugar. Oh! Ah, yes. Now the screen is obscured.
Lieutenant Titus has a plan to take down the shield protecting that obelisk. Head to these coordinates. Find the control console powered by malignant energy. Titus will provide further instruction.
Dude, they picked the perfect voice actor for Akaran.
Meridian, Delasa.
And Titus. And everybody, generally, but...
We are en route to the designated point.
You will need to rotate the small replica of the obelisk. But be warned, it will hurt. Pain deepens devotion. I will gladly volunteer. Go well, brothers.
When Akaran gives me an order, I'm like, yes, Akaran! Whatever you say. Whatever you say, boss.
That bridge will lead us to the console. Let us find a way up to it.
Man. Dude, this game looks so good. Oh, actually, there it is. I was talking about this earlier in stream. You know how I was saying about how I was painting a rhino with my uncle? This is it. This is the rhino that I'm painting. So here's the problem, right? You can kind of see that? So see the treads? The treads in the Mini, they are not attached to the model. You actually have to glue the treads in, and there's like several parts. So like this is a part, this is a part, like this is a separate part. All parts of the treads are not connected, so you have to like glue them together, and then you have to glue it to the wheel. The wheel itself is a different color from the outside. The outside has all these little fine details where some of it's kind of like vents or like black, and the rest of it's blue. So you have to keep that in mind. Getting underneath here is a pain in the butt. This is perfect. I need to take a look at this. Because I was trying to paint this, but I had no clue how the hell you were supposed to paint it. The one I have doesn't have an eagle on the top, though. But on the Rhino, they come as like two different guns, and then there's like a little mini part in the middle that puts them together. Committing all of it to memory. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on that tomorrow. Here's another one. You can kind of get a little better look at the treads, but I don't have the gun on the side. I don't know where you'd get that. And then this whole like thing on the top, I haven't seen that.
We shall use this elevator. Everyone gather
That is
together.
not part of the kit I have. Unless it's sold separately. Wouldn't surprise me if it was sold separately. Because I know for like normal gun stuff, normal weaponry, they usually sell that separate. Oh, the Hellbrood is out there, but what is it gonna do to us? Oh, you gotta be kidding, dude. Not the Hellbrood in the elevator with us. I can't even run. I can't even run from this. That's crazy. Okay, well, we might lose right here. Anytime it does an AoE attack, I won't even be able to go anywhere, so I'm just stuck in this little box with the Hellbrood. Okay, pushing the button. You're coming with us.
It's fully functional. Fortunately.
Ouch. You've got to be kidding. What is this? This is BS. Oh, okay, well, I'm dead. Crazy. Anyways. What was I saying? Taku's the boss will show up. Oh, yeah. This is what we used to play during Dead Island 2 streams. That was a fun time. I haven't seen this boss in a really long time. Not gonna lie, I've been looking at Avatar and its commands for half an hour. Ah, yes. It is a pretty fun minigame, though, I must say. I can't believe we lost that quick. It's kind of embarrassing. I think I might have to turn the difficulty down by 1. Embarrassing. I could play with real people, but I don't know. I feel like real people in this game are kind of picky about their teammates. So generally, I play with bots. I mean, I'm fine with playing with you guys on stream, but Stream is more forgiving than actual pubs. So, hold on. Oh, I didn't change the difficulty, so we might. I don't remember what the final boss was of this one, but as long as there's no hell brutes, we should be fine. Should be. Here's hoping. Oh, Starfleet says, mind if I help you level up your bulwark? Would you like to join, Starfleet? I will gladly exit if you want to join.
This terrain will serve the patient.
It would be perfect timing, actually. I just started. So let me know. If you want to join, you're in. Absolutely. Pumpkin boss so much better than basketball.
We must be vigilant against the arch-enemy's deceptions.
So true. I haven't played basketball. Love to join? Alright. I'll back out. You're in. And this goes for anybody out there lurking as well. If you want in, you're in. You are absolutely in. Damn, this loading takes forever, though. The boss scowls at NPC bot number 5. Leave my bots. Leave Hannah alone. Okay. Invite menu. There's your code. Check it out. And then we'll go from there. Actually, I'll type it on the YouTube side. Hold on. EY4FN. Oh, never mind. I see you right there. Okay, let me delete that then. Alright. Well, welcome in, Mr. Starfleet. Well, I appear to have lost control over my game. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Oh, on PlayStation. Nice. A PlayStation man, eh? Very interesting. Instead of a Blood Raven, I might switch to... I kind of want to try out a Dark Angel. So my uncle got a Dark Angel thing from the store. He just happened to walk past it. Oh, there you are. Oh, wow. Nice.
Oh, the God Emperor! For the Emperor!
Nice. Actually, never mind. I should switch back. Then we can be matching. Let me switch back to my Raven. Okay. Nah, we're matching. Well, of the same chapter, at the very least. That is so cool, man. Damn. That is so cool. Alright.
There is deviance in this machine language.
Oh. Your,
Cogitator and compile again.
Prestige 4? Prestige 4, level 25? So are you good with lethal, then? Would that work well for you? Oh, and I'll turn private mode off. At least that way there's a possibility of a third. Oh, good for whatever it seems. In we go. Alright, Starfleet. Good with lethal. Let's go. I think the only character I have as Prestige 4, I think is It's the first one. I think the tactical one, the one that you can, the one with the scan. Oh, hover. Nice, nice. The little arm shake. That's how I feel when I'm dreaming. But the one with scan is tactical. Thank you, Starfleet. Okay, that one I have. I'm pretty sure that one I have max prestige, max level. The other one I've been working on is Tech Marine, but I need a little bit of a break from Tech Marine. It's not bad, but I just want a little bit of a different challenge, you know?
We have lost contact with the Mechanicus facility in the Kadaku swamp.
Alright, let's go.
The Emperor's fury knows no boundaries, and neither shall his angels.
This is the one I've played the least, I
Scions
think.
of the traitor legion sully this place. An affront we shall correct.
Nice. Oh, we're off to a rough start. I've already taken health damage, and we've barely left the starting area. Alright, and Mandy will BRB already, Mandy. Hope you enjoy your BRB.
Supplies are here. We shall traverse them unbound.
Alright, go, go, go. Try not to spend too much time in the water. I know the water can mess you up. Okay, I'm going. Oh, there's Tyranids on this map. I don't remember there being Tyranids here. Interesting. Nice. 8-ball, am I lucky? My sources say no. Not the sources.
The swamp claims the hesitant.
We're unlucky brave.
Our banner awaits unfurled.
Go.
Water rise, brothers. This is no natural swamp.
Stars over there. Yoink. Oh. The good news is that Chaos is fighting the Tyranids, so I don't have to worry about that too much right now. I'm going for it.
Leave this putrescent water at once.
Deny them any advantage.
Nice. Ho ho!
Leave this putrescent once.
I gotta learn how to play with that axe. I'm not so good about it. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyways. The name tag? What? You can buy a name tag? I didn't know that.
Terminate that conversion.
But yeah, that command list, there's like a whole plethora of stuff that I've never heard of. So, unfortunately, I'm not the leading expert in it. I barely know what it is that I bought.
And found us unyielding.
Oh, my bad. That is not the one I meant to execute. I thought the other guy was... Never mind. Ah! Got the shield. Or, sorry, not the shield. The banner.
Inserting rounds.
Dude, the neurothrope always messes me up. Maybe it's because I play with bots a lot, but...
Magazine exhausted.
Ah, damn it. I ran out of bullets. That's all of you now. I ran out of bullets. Actually, is there bullets in here? There's not. Well, unless I drop down. I can't really hit that guy. I mean, if you don't have bullets either, we can just keep moving. But, oh! Okay, that was unintentional, but yeah, I don't have bullets. I can't kill that thing.
Brothers, together we go.
That's okay. It'll figure itself out.
Jump capacity restored.
I think we have to go this way. And, okay, I'm done. First thing in the morning, reading commands. That's how you get the brains flowing, man. Sometimes it's important to do a little bit of thinking in the morning. I usually can't. I can't really think until I had my morning vitamins. It makes me sound like an old man, but you understand. I take this, like, ginkgo biloba supplement. It's some kind of plant, but it's supposed to help with your focus. I need one of those before I even start thinking for the day. It helps. It helps my focus. Otherwise, I have kind of a hard time, like, focusing while I'm reading. So, if I play, like, a story anything, I need to...
Where shall I plant
If I'm going to work or I'm playing a story something, I'm gonna have to take one of those. I'm taking them, like, daily at this point. I don't know if it's good for me, though. I hear something like it, makes your blood pressure all weird, or something like that. So, I gotta watch my blood pressure. Make sure I don't get, like a stroke or something.
Brothers, rally to me at the passage.
Rally to me at the passage. Finally!
My war
Good grief, man.
The traitors sought entry here.
Nice. Damn. Nice kill.
The swarm arrives as predicted. Pick your targets.
Meanwhile, I'm swinging at nothing. No! Almost got attacked while I was drinking.
Fresh cartridge.
No big deal. Oh, not the zoanthrope.
Watch for psychic
Or the neurothrope, sorry. I think zoanthrope is the bigger one, right? Oh no, it is a zoanthrope. Never mind. You know, this whole time I thought that someone was dropping a shock grenade at my feet. I totally forgot I had some kind of ability that does that. Okay. Easy work. Damn. Dude, Space Marine fills me with a testosterone that I do not feel in other games. So much blood. Dude, Brave, you gotta try this game. It's so good. Like, it fills me with a aggression to violence. I'm gonna yoink that. Oh! Oh, thanks. Just yoink that real quick. Okay. Going. Honestly was thinking about it. Dude, you gotta try this out. When it goes on sale, well, okay, in the US when it goes on sale, it's $10 to get the first game, and then it's like $17 to get the second. But it really is a fun game, though. Have you ever gotten into 40k? Warhammer 40k, Brave? Do you understand the game? This is like the same game universe as Darktide. I think they're both considered canon in their own way. I think Darktide is the less likely to be canon. But same universe. Same universe, different enemies. Different fight, different planet. I cannot believe that took me out. That's such a stupid takeout. But Brave says, the biggest exposure of 40k I got is from you? Oh, dude. We gotta explore more 40k then. I gotta show you more. But I was never really one to be into 40k. For a long time, I was not into 40k. Like, I saw the Darktide, like, ads on Steam for a while. And I was, like, thinking to myself, who would be interested in this? But now, like, 40k is, like, my thing. So... I guess, generally speaking, all you really need to know... All you need to know to understand 40k is that humanity in the year 40,000, humanity is at war with multiple alien races. And they're at war with multiple alien races and the forces of chaos, which is its own separate faction. In the year 30,000, a super powerful man called the Emperor unites humanity under one banner, and they go to like colonize the galaxy. They're doing really well at colonizing the galaxy, and then the Emperor makes... The Emperor is super powerful. He makes a bunch of sons called Primaris. He has like 20 sons called Primaris. 2 of them are unknown. The other 18... the other 18 form different Space Marine chapters. So the Space Marines we're playing as right now are basically, you could consider them like the grandchildren of the Emperor, sort of. everything's going well. The Emperor, his sons, and his grandsons are all taking over the universe. Everything's going well, but then all of a sudden, the forces of chaos, they convince one of the sons to turn against the Emperor. That son's named Horus. Horus leads this giant uprising. Horus leads this giant uprising against the Emperor. And as a result of that, the Emperor is mortally wounded. He gets put on life support on this thing called the Golden Throne. And then 10,000 years into the future, humanity is pretty much losing the fight against 10,000 years in the future of that, humanity is losing the fight against the aliens and the forces of chaos. Everybody is just barely clinging to life. Humanity's losing by like a slow burn though. Like they win some engagements, but for the most part, they don't have the guidance of the Emperor anymore. A lot of the technology they had, they don't know how it works. They don't know how a good chunk of it works. So ultimately, everybody has turned into like a religious fanatic, basically. So the Emperor is just a man, right? And the Emperor himself did not believe that he's like... the Emperor himself does not believe that he's a god. He just thinks that he's like a really powerful, normal dude. He is super powerful, don't get me wrong, but he's just a guy. And he knows that he's just a guy. But 10,000 years into the future, humanity thinks that he's like some kind of deity, so they all worship the Emperor. Which is why people say like for the Emperor all the time. It's because they think that he's some kind of deity. But so is the Emperor, is he awake or just barely alive? That's a bit of a longer story, so hold on, I'm playing my game at a really high volume. I gotta turn down my volume to think. But so the Emperor, so his like half of the Emperor's sons turn against him. Okay, and half of the Emperor's sons stay with him, right? But the event is known as the Horus Heresy because his son Horus is the one that initiates the rebellion against the Emperor. So the Emperor is super, super powerful. However, he loves his son. So the Emperor is fighting back against his son, but he doesn't want to kill his son because that's his son. Ultimately, he comes to realize that his son is beyond saving. So, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The Emperor is in a one-to-one fight with Horus, right? The Emperor is holding back because he thinks that Horus can still be redeemed, right? And then Horus goes and kills one of the Emperor's custodies. So the Emperor has like personal bodyguards. Welcome into Content Ship. I'm explaining the Emperor to Brave. Welcome in. So Horus kills one of the Emperor's bodyguards. Oh, sorry. Also, Content Ship, if you want in, if you want to play with us, the moment a spot opens up, you're in. Feel free to join. It's open invite. There's a pub with us right now. There's a pub and Starfleet. Starfleet's not a pub, but the other guy's a pub. Sparkplug's a pub. Anyways, so back to it. So the Emperor is fighting Horus in a one-to-one fight. The Emperor is holding back. The Emperor could obliterate Horus, but he's holding back because Horus is his son.
Orders received.
Horus unfortunately turned to the powers of chaos for all his power, and now Horus is on this killing spree. He kills one of the Emperor's bodyguards, and then while Horus is fighting the Emperor, Horus lands some really bad blows against the Emperor. So the Emperor is like very, very hurt. But after the killing of one of the Emperor's bodyguards, the Emperor comes to realize that Horus is beyond saving. I gotta kill my son. So Horus, the Emperor kills Horus' son. And Horus gets like obliterated from existence. However, the Emperor is mortally wounded. So, the Emperor gets put on a thing called the Golden Throne. That's a longer story. It's known as the Astronomicon, but it becomes known as the Golden Throne. Sorry, I'm making the story a lot longer than it needs to be. To answer your question, he is technically alive, but he's like a vegetable, basically. So he's kept alive because humanity needs him to be alive, because he powers the Astronomicon. Like his barely alive, partially dead body is what powers the Astronomicon. However, he for most purposes, you can consider him just dead. Like, he's not. He's on life support, but he's... Oops, my bad. He's on life support, but technically he's not really alive. But the Golden Throne is itself its own topic. The Golden Throne's a long story. Oh no! Now Star's stuck. No! So is he not conscious? I think he's like questionably conscious. So, okay, so a large part of Earth in the 40,000 universe is known as Terra. It's not called Earth, it's just called Terra. And so while the Emperor is trying to unite humanity under one banner and colonizing the universe in the year 30,000, he has this grand plan. Right? He is making this device called the Astronomicon. And the Astronomicon, I don't understand super well, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there. But as I understand, the Emperor wants to make like teleportation between planets possible using what's known as the warp. He wants to make something called the Webway to make it so that humanity can truly be united across the galaxy, because everyone would be able to just teleport between planets, right? So he creates this giant device called the Astronomicon. The Astronomicon is pretty much like a seat. It's like a golden chair located in this like giant room in which the Emperor can sit on his throne and kind of sort of power the Astronomicon to allow people to use the warp to teleport between planets, right? Around this time is when Horus betrays the Emperor. So after the fight, the Astronomicon isn't really complete. The chair is set up, but ultimately humanity's kind of like, well, the Emperor's dying, so we can't really. We're just gonna repurpose the Astronomicon to make it so that we're gonna repurpose the Astronomicon in such a way that would allow the Emperor to be on life support on the chair we were gonna use for something else. So they made what's known as the Golden Throne, which is pretty much just the Astronomicon, but with life support systems added to it. And he is used to so the reason he's kept on the Golden Throne, there's like 3 different reasons why he needs to stay alive. So there's a thing called the Warp. The Warp is you could consider it like a second reality that exists alongside normal reality. So the Warp is like a second dimension that houses chaos and chaos forces. Now, humanity can enter the Warp, and they can use that to quickly travel faster than the speed of light across the galaxy. So if you need to go from one end of the galaxy to the other, you would take a ship, you would get a Psyker Navigator to navigate the Warp, you'd open a portal into the Warp, you'd travel through the Warp to your next destination, and then you'd pop out on the other side of the galaxy, right? Now that sounds all well and good, but Psykers can only navigate through the Warp because the Emperor is alive. So the Emperor is so powerful that his psychic energy can be felt across the Warp, or from within the Warp. So he's kind of, the Emperor's power is kind of used as like a reference point for where you are in the Warp. So the Emperor needs to be alive, because if the Emperor is dead, there's no reference point anymore. So navigating around the Warp would be just absolute nonsense, because no one would ever know where they're going, because the Warp just wouldn't tell them where they are. So they kind of have to. Keep the Emperor alive. And then the other thing is that the Astronomicon has been damaged during the Horus Heresy. So there's like a hole in the Astronomicon from which the forces of the Warp can come through the portal, and they can kill everyone on Terra. So the Emperor, being strong of will, the Emperor wills the portal closed, therefore the portal stays closed. But if the Emperor were to die, that portal opens, and the forces of chaos would show up through the portal and overwhelm the entirety of Terra. Therefore, the Emperor has to be kept on life support, because if the Emperor dies, humanity can no longer navigate in the Warp, and Terra gets overrun by the forces of chaos. So, he's basically a vegetable, but he's questionably alive. I think some books address whether he's alive or not, because for the most part I think there was a book that said something like one of the Primarch's sons had went to see him, and he was saying something like this Primarch has like an infallible memory. He never forgets anything, but he cannot remember how his meeting with the Emperor went. He remembers walking into the chamber, and like he remembers the Emperor being like the warm father he always knew, but he also remembers him being like really cold. He remembers him being like one way but also the other way. Nice, but also not nice. Familiar, but also not familiar. Warm and welcoming, but also really cold and distant. So technically, it's kind of unknown whether or not he can talk. You know. But to answer your question, sorry, I wanted to finish that thought. But Brave says, "Who rules the Empire if the Emperor is not present?" The Empire. It's known as the Imperium of Man. There's like a hierarchy, but for the most part, they kind of run themselves through religious dogma. So you can kind of think of it like, as far as I'm aware, it's more so like everybody is in service of war. So there's so much fighting happening at any given moment that everybody is focused on. There's like no recreation, no recreational activities. It's all, everything is for the purpose of fighting. So like the cities are, they have like worlds dedicated to like feeding the soldiers. They have worlds where they're dedicated to training the soldiers. Worlds that are just dedicated to making people and housing them for the purpose of war. Everything is pretty much for the purpose of war, at least as far as I'm aware. You know? Anyways. I'm just gonna quick match because I don't really know where we're going, so. Quick matching. Oh, actually, hold on. Content ship, did you want in? Let me know if you want in. Invite code's right here. That, the pub jumped out, so if you want in, you're in. I'll wait like a few minutes. But, for the most part, the empires kind of run through religious dogma, so... so it doesn't really... what am I trying to say? The empire... The Imperium of Man kind of runs itself, more or less. But there is a hierarchy, so... Like, when it comes to... Oh! A handshake? Don't mind if I do, brother. Okay, we'll just head on. Anyways, so... Nice outfit, by the way. So... The... What do I want to explain next? There's so much, like, interlocking parts to 40k. What I can think of immediately is kind of like... The Custodes is probably, like, the highest say in matters, because they report directly to the Emperor. But aside from Custodes, I don't think Custodes really, like, run the Empire, though. They don't really run the Imperium. It's more so that they run protection for the Emperor. But any say from the Custodes would override any say that anybody else has, because they're practically second in command, but they also don't really take command. But God, it sounds like a cool story. Yeah, it's, I'd say that 40k is more of a setting rather than like, there's like stories within it, but for the most part, it's a setting.
First, proceed to the Cadian outpost and establish their fate. You must then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions deployment.
Like, everything that happens in this game, this game takes place over like the like 3 different planets or something. But there's so many planets in the galaxy that it doesn't really. A planet-ending threat is probably not going to mean anything across the galaxy, so. For the most part, if this planet were to blow up, it can be considered canon, but the galaxy is so vast that it probably doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So, right now we're playing as the Space Marines, who are the Emperor's partially biological grandchildren. They're not quite, like, they have like some level of DNA from the Emperor, but they're not technically the Emperor's, like, offspring, if that makes sense. So, the Space Marine, okay, so as I understand, the Emperor has kind of like the blueprint of the most powerful DNA, you could say. The Emperor had a bunch of sons which were infused with his DNA, thereby making them more powerful, but not as powerful as the Emperor. So, the Primaris are the leaders of the chapters, but a lot of... Currently, in the year 40,000, there's only two... there's only two Primaris that are still, like, known about to be alive. The rest of the Primaris are either dead, or they're missing. So, the Space Marines themselves, like the guys we're playing as, they are infused with the Primaris' DNA, not the Emperor's. So they're all like kind of different in their own ways. They all have their pros and cons. But generally speaking, they're kind of like the DNA grandchildren of the Emperor. So they share some level of DNA with the Emperor, but they're not technically the Emperor's offspring. So, Space Marines, they're genetically modified humans that undergo a very tough selection process, and then they undergo a lot of surgery. So what happens is, oh, hold on. Oh, thank you. Good call out. Thank you, Star. Thank you, much appreciated. So the Space Marines, okay, so at the age of like 13 or 14, I think, Space Marine chapters will like go from world to world, and they try to pick up recruits for Space Marines, right? So I'm a little bit fuzzy on this process, but as I understand, they go from planet to planet. They pick up a bunch of like 13 or 14-year-old boys, which sounds kind of whack now that I say it out loud, but they pick up the boys and they put them through this really rigorous like selection process almost. Like they go through like training and testing to see how good they would be in combat. And then I don't remember the exact number, but like let's say they start with like 100, and only maybe like 5 people will actually survive through the testing process. And then I'm doing so stupid right now. Once the testing process is done, if they're deemed fit to become Space Marines, then they will undergo another process by which they hold on, I got this guy. They go through another testing process, or they go through a surgical process where they get implanted with extra like organs and like growth hormone. So since they're like around, this is kind of messed up, but since they're around like puberty age, when they get implanted with this growth hormone, they grow to become like 12-foot tall adults basically, and they get these surgeries to get enhanced, like I think they get like 2 hearts and like redundant organs. They get special organs for like surviving in space, for combat, for living longer, such like that, right? And I think they also get like skin, kind of. They get this, like, I think it's called carapace armor. But you know how Wolverine gets his bones infused with adamantium to make them just unbreakable. So it's kind of like that. The Space Marines get this layer of armor underneath their skin, and which makes them more durable. And then on top of that, they get outfitted with these like actual armor on top of their like skin armor. And the armor hooks up to these like little like mechanical holes in their body so that they can move around really quickly and they can interface with their armor really well. So. Anyways, I'm kind of losing the plot. I don't remember what I was talking about. But yeah, there's a lot of lore to 40k. But it all boils down to humanity hates aliens. That's really what it boils down to. Humanity hates aliens and they need the aliens dead. So currently we're fighting a... Sorry. I'm just kind of on a rant at this point. Or, not a rant, but like a monologue. Right now we're fighting these forces called Tyranids. Damn it. So the Tyranids are pretty interesting. They are... The Tyranids' motives are pretty simple. They fight because they want to eat. That's pretty much all you need to know. And that really is their entire purpose. They just want to eat, so that's what they do. The whole reason they come to these planets is specifically because there's biological material there that they want to eat. So... Which actually brings me to something interesting I learned the other day. I learned about gene stealers a few days ago. So it turns out that, so if I understand correctly, the Tyranids, they send out these scouting units called gene stealers. So gene stealers are kind of like, I think they kind of look like, almost like octopus people. And they will infiltrate, human settlements. So they'll go to like a human planet, they'll show up, they will
Preparations were close before the guard was wiped out.
I don't remember how. I don't know if it's like through a mating process or if it's they just infiltrate the brain of a human. But the gist of it is that they create they use humans to create human Tyranid hybrids. So they're not fully human, they're not fully Tyranid. They're like a mix. They're a mix of human and Tyranid. And what they do is that over several generations of gene stealers, with every generation of human Tyranid, they start to look more and more human. However, they are technically, all of them are still loyal to Tyranids, they're not loyal to humanity. Despite being part human, they are technically, they're loyal to the gene stealers, so they're loyal to the Tyranids. So what happens is that eventually there's enough gene stealer offspring on a planet that it's something like they broadcast a signal through the warp, which causes the Tyranids to be able to feel their presence through the warp. And it lets the Tyranids know what planet they should invade for biomass.
Run interference for generator 4.
If that makes sense.
Located extra stims.
Restorative stims? No? I'll just yoink it, I guess.
Violent dismantling of generator 4
Anyways,
in Y-axis aligned.
I've been...
Margin of
I'm just...
0.0.
I'm just yapping at this point. Today's just a yap fest. But isn't that cool? I think it's so cool. Sorry, I know I'm kind of like talking your ear off, but... I just think 40k lore is so damn cool. It's so cool, dude. Ow. Damn. What the hell's happening? What's happening? Crazy. Insane. Sorry, I should probably stick with the team. It's probably my advantage.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Promethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Feel free to yoink that Medicae stim. I've got the restorative.
Fill up on steams. That sounds right.
Okay, I guess I'll just yoink that then.
Aid administered.
Never mind.
For the Emperor!
This here dude's a space wolf. I don't really know anything about the space wolves though. Man, I really wish I had a cape. The cape is so cool. It's kind of silly though, when you think about it. The cape. It's kind of like putting a cloak on your car, you know? Like, do you really need a cape on top of your armor? But, I don't know. I mean, rule of cool, I guess. It looks really damn cool, so I guess I'll give it a pass, but for all practical purposes, it is a little silly. Putting a cape on top of your armor.
Deploying fragmentation. That ready to deploy.
And honestly, I don't really care for the Thunder Hammer. I know I'm using it right now, but... I've said this before, but I'm more of a fan of, like, quick weapons. Or weapons with, like, high mobility. This is not that. So...
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction
Nope.
efforts as long as you
Starfleet message retracted.
I will fight in the
What was that?
Xenos as long as you need.
What was that, Mr. Star?
I will hold you to that.
Damn, that cape is so cool. That is so cool. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Are we sure this place will hold together once that bomb goes?
There will be more burn than bomb this one.
Getting broiled is not an improvement.
Oh, Star says having a cape on your shoulder is very necessary. Yes, yes. How else am I gonna orify without this cape? Without this gigantic cape, what's the point? I'm glad we're playing as Primaris, though. I really like the look of Primaris. The Firstborn Space Marines are so wide.
Medical war gear here.
Medical stim, brother.
Specs prime.
Okay, well. Ah! Thank you, brother. Insane? Insane DPS? Ah, damn it. Star's over there. Star, brother.
Must move as one.
Oh, killing the Biovore. I see. I shall kneel.
For the oil. Stay close. For the Emperor.
Man, the soda's really hitting. The soda's really hitting right now.
Swarm sighted. We await your signal, Captain. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
Dude, I'd love to play as Tyranids in 40k as well. That'd be so fun.
I see them coming, brothers. Plenty for everyone.
I see them coming, brothers.
What is the deal tomorrow? Let the foul creatures burn.
The only thing I'll say, though, I do wish that the missions were a little more like Dark Tidy. In that, I wish the dialogue was different every time, you know? I think that's the only nitpick I even have about Space Marine 2 is just that the dialogue's the same. The dialogue tends to repeat itself a lot, which makes it kind of hard to, like, keep running the same mission back over and over again. Whereas Dark Tide, on the other hand, it just, like, it changes the dialogue all the time. And it also changes based on who's in your party. What class is in your party. So I think in that way it's pretty cool. But that's the only nitpick I have about Space Marine 2. Other than that, absolute goat of a game, I must say. There's a reason it's popular. Nice.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
I always feel so stupid when I swing at nothing. When I just swing at the air. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if Mandy's making her pasta. I don't know how Mandy would have been making the pasta in the middle of the basketball stuff, so Mandy's probably making the pasta. I wonder if Mandy heard my whole explanation about 40k. Man, that was a long-winded explanation.
That silence the Tyranids final shitty. Extra rounds.
I'm gonna turn up the volume in my headset again. I'm so excited to get a new headset, dude.
You are clear to ignite when ready. The swarm has almost fully committed.
Oh,
Be ready for my mark.
I'm coming to you, Star. I'm on my way, Star. Oh, never mind. You got it.
For the Emperor.
All this for the Emperor stuff.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Detonating.
I am going to enjoy watching these Tyranids rot.
Mortis reporting you. Our operation.
Ah.
Tyranid biosign's down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
All right.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit. Commendable work, brothers. You honored your chapter.
Okay. We're a little bit over time, but I started late, so I've got I got one more game in me, I think. I got one more game in me. Admittedly, Space Marine 2 is what I'd probably be doing off stream anyways. Well, actually, I need to do like one more level of Dark Tide. I'm almost done with Skitari. Almost level 30. So, I'm gonna have to do that eventually. But yeah, I'll do one more game. One more. And then I will call it an afternoon. Dang! Look at Star's kills, 419. Dang, Star's doing an insane amount of damage. That's crazy. It makes me feel like I'm doing nothing. I'm feeling a little bit useless, but it's fine. Alright. I'm queuing up for one more. Queuing up for just one more. What the hell's happening? Hold on. Weird. What other... And tactical is amazing. Oh, are you playing tactical? Is that the one? Yeah, mine is max. Assault is pretty cool too, though. Do I want to bother with my Tech Marine? I'm already Prestige 1 with Tech Marine, but... Nah, I'll level my Bulwark. I gotta get this Bulwark going. I can do Tech Marine off stream. But yeah, Tactical was my favorite for such a long time. Tactical was so good. Alright. I'm a Bulwark without shield, for whatever reason. Actually, hold on. Did I finish my Thunderhammer? Yeah, I finished this. Why am I using that? I don't even need to use that anymore. I don't need to use that garbage anymore. Everything else is kind of low, though. I'll just... There we go. Now I'm ready for a real fight. I like the crossplay. Oh, Mr. Modrigo. How's it going? Good to see you, Modrigo. How are things? How you feeling? How's life? Are things well? Welcome to Space Marine 2. Good to see you too, Saya. Oh, good to see you, Modrigo. It's good to see you. Today we're just playing some Space Marine. So, today we're playing a little bit of Space Marine. I was playing KCD too, but I wasn't really feeling it today, so... Aw, dude, not the Death Watch, let's go! Yet another cool outfit. I feel like Starfleet's just looks maxing on us right now, but... Excuse me. You know, I hear the Death Watch in the tabletop. The win rate for Death Watch is like 30-something% or something like that. Which is really weird, because I think the Death Watch should be higher, but... You'd think Death Watch would be higher. But supposedly it's not. Modrigo says, I see, yes sir. So today we're just hanging out.
37 hours
Hanging out,
ago,
playing some Space Marine 2. Always a fun time.
Avarax transmitted a distress beacon and then went silent. Intelligence suggests the ship now plays host to Tyranid parasites, and the reported damage exceeds reclamation standards. If we cannot reclaim the ship,
I think
then we will unleash the
Mandy
wrath of Espandor's
was here a
full
moment ago, but I think
destructive
Mandy
potential
is
directly
cooking
into
dinner. Making
The
pasta
value of the wrath
or
of
something.
Espandor is twofold: its cyclonic arsenal and its proximity to several Tyranid war vessels. Combat Squad Phaedrus is already on board and is the tip of the spear. Additional squads are inbound to secure objectives. Make your way to the Ordnance Depot and take control of the plasma cores.
Ordnance.
Our losses shall be exchanged for a crushing blow to the Xenos scum.
Talassa, this is Combat Squad Phaedrus. Breach via any existent openings you find.
Acknowledge, Phaedrus.
Progress towards
We
the
are at
Ordnance
ease.
Depot. We will rendezvous with you and Combat Squad Heraton there.
we go.
Remain vigilant.
I finally don't have to
Xenos
use my
infestation
Thunder Hammer
is
anymore.
deep in this ship.
Keep moving. The Ordnance Depot is deep within the belly of a Dauntless-class cruiser.
Finally use my power sword.
Suppression efficiency.
Power sword, my beloved. Or my Xenophage sword? Can't remember which one. I think it's Xenophage. Man, I love this thing.
Contact swarming our locus. What is your status,
The only
Talassa?
downside is that it's not a fencing one.
Will approach Phaedrus.
Madrigo says litter cook.
We have drawn their focus. Keep
She might be out there somewhere.
Phaedrus, your last message was interrupted.
She said BRB a bit ago.
Combat Squad Heraton reporting. We lost Fox contact with Combat Squad Phaedrus. Do you know their status?
Phaedrus went silent, Heraton.
We must consider our brothers lost then. Our objective is to secure the cyclonic warheads at all costs. Countering heavy Tyranid resistance. Heraton, may the Emperor grant you the blessing of his glorious intellect.
Let's go! Have we played with Squishy Cat before? I feel like that's kind of familiar.
Structural integrity rating decreased.
Starfleet says for Death Watch. For the Death Watch.
The wrath of Espandor itself will avenge its crew.
You'd think that a chapter as diverse as the Death Watch would have a higher win rate on the tabletop. You'd think. But maybe it's because they're so diverse. Maybe it's like one of those, what do they call it? Good at everything, master of none, or something like that.
Tyranny!
Maybe that's... I feel like that describes Ultramarines more, though.
All this firepower. We will afford this cruiser one last attack.
I'm glad to have my shield now, though. I feel like that should help a lot. At least it should help a lot in terms of getting shot at all the time. Damn. Go. Excuse me.
Combat Squad Heraton reporting in. The bridge is lost, as are my squad brothers. I am cut off from our planned route to the Ordnance Depot. Calculating a new route based on your report, Heraton. Standing by. Be advised. The cruiser's crew managed to execute security protocols before they were overrun by the Xenos brood.
Dude, Space Marine always makes me feel so cool. I feel so cool. I feel so alive.
For the Emperor!
Talassa, commune with the main console in front of you to bypass the security protocols.
The crew served well, fulfilling their duty to the end.
EHX.
Which is part of these sigils, and these sigils only.
EHX. Oh, my bad.
Successful activation.
EHX. It's not up here. Oh, shoot. Nice.
Our captain talent. I am here to break spirit.
Damn.
Must not be allowed to fire. Inserting round. Xenos biomass on scope.
I'm getting wrecked.
Fresh cut.
Nice. Thank you. So there's the E. I don't know what the other ones would be though. EHX. Let's see.
Match confirmed.
E. Okay, the only one we're missing now is H.
Master switch confirmed. Network restoration in progress. Engineering networks coming
Yeah.
back to functionality.
I just really wish that this sword was fencing.
The lift platform is in transit.
Let's go into that real quick.
Arrival pending.
I'm gonna die.
Rally at the lift platform.
Oh. Damn, didn't find a single one. That's okay. Honestly, this is like the hardest puzzle for me.
Attention boarding parties.
Just
We have
because it's so hard to
confirmation that
find the
Combat
others.
Squad Phaedrus is lost. I need a mission status update from all remaining combat squads. Combat Squad Heraton here. Redirecting along newly advised path. Combat Squad Octavio reporting in. Cyclonic armament secured for now. Talassa, you are nearing the reactor cooling hall. Report on its condition when you arrive.
Xenos infestation present.
All squads, we have updated our battle stratagems. Heraton, reinforce Octavio and protect the cyclonic armaments. Talassa, your new orders are to destabilize the reactor, cause a temperature spike, and the Tyranids may redirect their assault to you, buying Heraton and Octavio some time to prime the armaments. When you reach the reactor's cooling console, disable the emergency blast shields.
This part kind of gives me a hard time too. Damn. And it's more so about knowing where things are located.
Emergency blast shields retracting. Warning. Current rods exposed. Talassa, I need you to disable the
Let's go.
entire cooling array. Concentrate fire on the exposed cooling rods. Target the vulnerable cooling rods.
Nice. Damn, that plasma gun goes crazy.
Elements of the cooling rod array are clogged. Xenos acting as a blaze of armor to target.
Right.
Load up.
Elements of the cooling rod array are clogged.
Fresh cut.
Damn. No.
Elements of the cooling rod array are clogged.
Damn, dude. Come on, shoot these guys again. Damn.
Identify blockages and remove Xenos organisms.
Okay, still good.
Inserting rounds. Resources acquired.
Oops. No. Nice. Okay, we got one more to take care of. Oh, it's this one.
Target destroyed. Acquiring next
Registering extreme temperature fluctuation. Plasma cooling efficacy severely reduced.
Excellent, Talasa. You will need to repeat the same process at the secondary.
Access granted to the bridge console.
Oh. Okay, moving up. I think I saw one for a second.
fresh magazine.
Nice.
So, watch for psychic onslaught. No forward for us.
Hey,
Brother,
I got him.
I am here. Get back on mission. Lessons now. Activate our advantage.
Dude, I have like 1 HP left.
Fireball. Watch for spore mines.
Let me see if I can find the rest of the rods.
Reserves every
And I'm out of ammo. What a surprise. Gotta go grab some real quick. There should be some left. Yeah, we're still like half. Yoink.
ammunition here. Rearm. All rods are now inoperational.
Temperatures at critical level. Plasma reactor shutting down to prevent catastrophic detonation.
Oh no.
Talasa, do not let the reactors cool down. This cruiser will soon perform its final task. Proceed to the decks below and force the plasma reactors to overheat.
Let us descend to the reactor.
What the hell? Star's floating.
Talasa,
Alright.
have you received word from our brother in combat squad, Heraton? His approach vector should have taken him through the technical underbelly.
Negative. But judging by the damage, he may have taken this route.
Oh, whoops.
Understood. Be advised. We remain under heavy Tyranid assault.
That's crazy.
Once they
That's so
feel the heat
crazy.
from the plasma reactors, we believe they will abandon their position.
This is ill-advised, Talasa.
Ooh.
If you do not rig the reactor to detonate, the cyclonic warheads will be wasted. Combat Squad Octavio will redouble our efforts to draw the Tyranids away from your position instead.
Octavia, unleash the Emperor's wrath. Brood war further.
Yoink. Thank you. I've got the mortal wound, so. Nice.
Located extra stims.
You want it, Squishy? I'll just. I'll go with it then. I think we're like right up at the end. Oh, never mind. A little bit more.
Talassa, we have lost contact with Heraton leader.
Oh.
And Octavio is pinned down. You must destabilize the plasma
Dude, I love
reactor.
this game.
Our brothers from Phaedrus and Heraton shall not have died in vain.
This and Dark Tide, dude. I take that back. Dark Tide pisses me off. Me when I played Dark Tide. Angry. Almost 400 hours. Oh! It's a good thing there was an invisible wall there. I almost dropped into the abyss. I thought that was where we were supposed to go, but thankfully an invisible wall stopped me.
Observation log. Numerous dead servitors.
Oh, yep. Lictor. Nice. Oh, 2 lictors. Or 2? I don't know.
Access granted.
Oh. I could have sworn the last time I played this, I had to run around looking for stuff. Never mind. I can't believe it's already 3 o'clock. Just woke up a moment ago.
Prepare
Feels
for heavy
like.
resistance, brothers.
Alright, brothers. It's time.
Two Xenos leader beasts. That reactor must be destroyed. Honor our brothers. Honor our chapter.
Oh, I don't remember ever seeing that attack before. What the hell? New attack.
Ready to deploy.
Damn.
Aerial strike imminent. Prepare for contact. Inserting rounds. Brace for Xenos impact.
Kill the beast!
One target down. Here it comes.
Damn, nice.
Now, engage the console to cripple the reactor. And Talassa, when those magnetic
Okay,
stabilizers
okay.
stop, prepare for rapid egress.
Be advised. The gyroscopic containment shielding.
Oh, how's life in the past? It's 10 p.m. for me. Dang. It's okay. I'm like slowly getting a headache. I took an Excedrin, but it hasn't kicked in yet, I think. But it's been okay. Nothing too crazy.
Disengage.
Like this morning was kind of rough, but right now it's kind of whatever.
Talassa, we're tracking your
Not really feeling any
Octavio and Heriton
way
already on board.
one way or the other.
Our brothers prevailed.
Is the sun out and stuff? Yes. Yes, it is. The sun is still very much out for me. It is 3 p.m. 3:05 p.m. So, pretty good. Still have like a good chunk of my day left, so not too bad. I did wake up at like 9:30. I've been so tired this week. Well, I was gonna say I don't know why, but Tuesday I took some like anti-allergy medication, and that kind of messed me up.
Has begun breaking apart. We will wait as long as we can.
But right now I don't feel too bad. It was kind of rough earlier. Right now, not too bad.
Catastrophic.
Race for turbulence. Outrun this. If not for your
Rodrigo says, I went on a long hike yesterday. Today feels like my legs are giving up on me. That is usually how the leg days go. That is usually how it goes. At least for me. Well, when I go for my run anyway. I haven't been on a hike for a long time. It's gotta have been at least like... It might have been a little before the pandemic or a little after. It might have been the last hike that I can remember. So, I went hiking with some friends. Some friends in... I think I was still in college. So that must have been... How long ago was that? It's been a while ago. Long time no hike, yeah, it's been a while. What I should do is go to the beach. I haven't been to the beach in a long time. But, alas, I have not. Dang, Star makes so much kills. Crazy. The DPS on Star is crazy. But yeah, I haven't been to the beach in a while. Kinda sad. But you love the beach? Beach good? So good. The only hard part is that I have to drive a ways to get to like a beach I like. So like it's easy to get to a beach, but not all beaches are built the same, so. Anyways. I'm gonna call it here, Star. For Space Marine. Thank you for joining us. It's been real. Thank you for hanging out, playing along, my man. But yeah, I'll oh, what the hell? Nice. Okay. I'm gonna head out, but thank you, Star. Thank you for playing along. Much appreciated. I'm gonna call it a day. I think I need to have a lie down. I mean, this stream has been almost 3 hours, but I've actually been streaming for about an hour and a half past that prior. I took a lunch break for like 30 minutes, so it's been a while. So I'll call it here. But thank you guys for joining me today. Sorry for the kind of abrupt end. I'm getting really tired and I need to lie down. I think my eyes are straining. But thank you guys. Tomorrow is going to be Dawn of War around the same time. Hope you guys can join me for that. We will be continuing the campaign on Insane. And then Monday, Wednesday will be Oxygen Not Included. Friday, The Division 2 with the possibility of Space Marine 2. And then Saturday. I think next Saturday I might not do. I might not do KCD2. I might do something else, but we'll see. But Madrigo says, "Bye, Taku. Have a nice day." Thank you, Madrigo. Hope you have a nice day as well, Madrigo. Star, Appy, Grizz, Mandy, Stefan, Brave. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Starfleet, thank you again for playing. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I gotta go lie down. So, good night, everybody. Good night, Madrigo. Good night, Star.